IOCG and VMS ores of the Oregon Cascade. This here, more iron oxide for those of you who have been following. Say hello to the kitty cat. It's obviously going to be part of the video.
Meow.
But this is common IOCG ore for gold in the Oregon Cascades. Here is andesite. Very closely related in the geology of this region where you find that. And this has all kinds of micro stockwork vein systems in it. This here looks river tumbled and all. It's VMS, volcanogenic massive sulfide. It's massive iron pyrite. Iron-eating bacteria has been eating it, creating micro amounts of sulfuric acid, digesting the pyrite, creating all the iron staining you see throughout this. Here's another chunk of VMS ore from the Oregon Cascades. Notice all the big, showy pyrite crystals all through that. Two different forms of pyrite. Not certain what the micropyrite gray material is in here. It's a sulfide, not necessarily iron pyrite. Clearly, those are iron pyrite though. Those are nice. Taken out of a vein system within just a few feet of the other sample. Looks somewhat reddish right here. That could very well be iron oxide. In such case, this vein system here would probably contain a lot of gold. We have yet to assay this piece right here, and it is on the itinerary. Numbers on it will be posted when we assay it, as well as numbers on this. This here is the classic example given to us by a now deceased friend of ours. Very nice piece of VMS ore from the Oregon Cascades. And just to give you a region for you to go look, if you can get there, this came from the Brighton Bush River region of Oregon. This here, heavily enriched altered andesite. This here, anglesite, lead sulfate, with all the red iron oxides in it. This here is a classic #1 grade piece of ore for lead, zinc, and silver, showing that it's got the red iron oxide in it. I'd be willing to bet $50 that it's got some percentage of gold in it along with the silver and a high lead and zinc content. Speaking of those, this is another one. This is lead sulfate, anglesite. We've located quite a few stringers of this anglesite as of lately, and these are just a couple fragments that we've had in our rock pile for the last couple years, using them for display pieces to make this video. This right here is smithsonite. This is a zinc ore, zinc mineral. Gotta learn, all you newbie greenhorn prospectors, just because it's white doesn't make it quartz. Scratch this stuff with a nail. Both of these are soft enough that a regular standard iron nail will cut it, so will your pocket knife. If your pocket knife will cut a scratch in it, you best take a sample and get it figured out. Identify what it is, because it's an ore mineral. There's more of it. Zinc mineral. Got a little bit of sunlight coming out. And that's altered andesite that it's in. Same with this fragment here. This is all andesite that this piece is in. All material from the Oregon Cascades. Going into the last segment. There's more andesite. It's paramagnetic. It will not, a magnet will not adhere to it very well. I thought it was magnetite, but no, a magnet won't stick to it very well, so it's not magnetite. Could be hematite. Not hematite, then that is polybasite. And if it's polybasite, this is pretty dang good grade silver ore in andesite. And we have several samples of this grade of material. All in andesite. This grade of material is probably the most common overlooked variety of mineralized rock that can be considered ore in the Oregon Cascades. And these last three pieces show it in pretty high purity. It looks like charcoal. It glints. It's got a real silvery, somewhat sheen to it in sunlight and when it's wet. This piece right here might have been a stick. Polybasite replacement of wood. No, it's not for sale. I know there are a lot of mineral collectors that'd love to have a piece of petrified wood that's polybasite. Right here's a big chunk in the sunlight that really glints. This stuff right here can assay as high as 200 ounces per ton silver. And it's Chris Ralph, writer of the ICMJ, he speaks of this material too. Check it out. And so I guess we will close with a little bit of a view of the ores we found right here close by, Oregon Cascades, Brighton Bush, Detroit River region.